There are at least 5 dream countries that you can't go to. We all have a dream country at some point to retire to. Yet, these countries don't want you. And others, well, you can't move to at all. This is the dream, isn't it? The one they sell you in glossy travel magazines and on sun-drenched TV shows. Retiring to some paradise where your dollar goes further and life is just one long vacation. We did it ourselves. My parents are that happy couple, clinking their wine glasses in a gorgeous outdoor kitchen, overlooking the mountains, who pedal on down to the beach for a change of scenery. They walk down cobbled streets and receive a box of local farm-grown vegetables every week. It's the fantasy. However, for many Americans, it's also a lie. See, that dream is increasingly turning into a financial and social trap. For every story of a blissful retirement abroad, there are dozens you don't hear about. Hidden costs, bureaucratic nightmares, and a paradise that feels anything but welcoming. It's fine to return back to the United States, but no one wants to be forced to, in shame of a bad decision. So today, we're pulling back the curtain on the retirement lie. We're counting down the top 5 countries that look like heaven for retirees, but can quickly turn your golden years into another horror story to add to the list for YouTubers to tell. As we're recording this, we just got back from a trip to Luxembourg. It was truly excellent, but of course, we can't go there. For the sake of it, we decided to look into the visas to see just how impossible it was. That was where we were surprised. See, Luxembourg actually has an excellent passive income visa for Americans. It requires showing just $29,000 a year in income. And after our trip, well, we love Luxembourg. It's so clean, it's so pretty, it oozes with history, and has a gorgeous landscape. So, how come people use Luxembourg as an example of an impossible European destination? Well, we all know the answer. It's too expensive. Food costs plenty, which wouldn't be a deal breaker on its own, but it's almost impossible to spend under €1 million on an apartment or a house. Maybe we could find one cheaper, but it will have to come with some caveats. Suddenly it becomes far less possible for the vast majority. That's the situation we're talking about today. But we will likely focus on places Americans are more likely to imagine as their next home. At that point, let's just step right into number 5. We've got a country that inspired 1,000 daydreams of La Dolce Vita, Italy. Americans have always dreamed of Italy. For many, they imagine the wonderful food and history-filled cities as a dream destination for a vacation. But many also imagine living in this beautiful country. It's retiring under the Tuscan sun, maybe renovating a rustic farmhouse, and spending your days exploring ancient ruins while savoring the world's best food and wine. It sells itself as the ultimate cultural immersion. The visa for this dream, the elective residency visa, appears straightforward on paper, just requiring you to prove a stable passive income. In reality, it can be a bureaucratic nightmare that makes other poorly regarded bureaucracies, like Spain's, look like a walk in the park. While the official minimum income is around €32,000 a year for an individual, the truth is that each Italian consulate acts a bit more like its own little kingdom. And many will demand far more than that. It's not uncommon for consulates to expect couples to show passive income nearing €40,000 or more, plus significant savings on top of that. Some have been known to require applicants to show 2 or 3 times the legal minimum. And here's the biggest catch. This visa is only for passive income. We're talking pensions, social security, investments, that's it. Any hint that you might be working remotely or involved in an active business can get you an instant rejection. On top of that, the day-to-day bureaucracy from getting your residency permit to opening your bank account is ranked among the worst in the world. Expats talk about waiting for months just to get essential paperwork processed. The sweet life in Italy often comes with a very sour taste of frustration. Our number 4 spot, it goes to a country that, until very recently, was hailed as the undisputed king of retirement destinations, Portugal. For years, the dream of Portugal was built on an incredible promise: a low cost of living, beautiful coastlines, and a special tax program called the non-habitual resident, or NHR regime. This program was the ultimate financial cheat code for retirees, allowing new residents to pay very little, or sometimes even zero, tax on their foreign pension income for a full decade. But in 2024, that dream came to a screeching halt. the NHR program was officially closed to new applicants. Now that single change turned the world's best retirement destination into maybe a potential tax trap. See, retirees arriving now, their foreign pension income gets no special treatment. Instead, it's hit with Portugal's standard progressive tax rates. Those rates can climb to a marginal rate of 48% for higher earners, plus additional surcharges. Now, of course, that doesn't mean every retiree is paying 48% on their entire pension, but it's a shocking jump from the 10% flat tax or total exemption people were planning their financial lives for. And that marginal rate ramps up pretty quickly. While Portugal still has tons to offer, the sudden death of its biggest financial incentive is a brutal lesson. Rules can always change. And the deal that you were promised might not be there when you fully arrive. Now, additionally, Portugal is on the verge of lengthening the path to citizenship from 5 to 10 years. And all of these things have been done by Portugal to protect themselves from their housing crisis. Since 2020, housing costs across Portugal have gone up 100%. And while this is a difficult situation for the Portuguese, it also, on its own, makes another reason for foreigners to shy away from this beautiful country. Coming in at number 3, we have Ireland. If you haven't guessed it yet, this list is all popular destinations for Americans. At least popular for Americans to say they're going to move to. Ireland is a very popular destination for Americans. In fact, if you're one of those lucky Americans who has a family link and can be holding a passport in just 2 months, it is a great destination. Ireland for everyone else is not possible. It suffers from a housing crisis. Not like the housing crisis Portugal's in. See, Ireland isn't suffering the same degree of soaring prices. Instead, Ireland just has a major lack of properties. You just can't get a place to live. I mean, if you have an intention to move to Ireland, you'll have to secure a place to live long before ever arriving. Not because you want to satisfy visa requirements, but just to make sure you even have a place to live. Often, properties are inundated with bids immediately after hitting the market, and many properties are sold privately before they even get there. Still, let's say you make your bid. The owner accepts your offer and you're waiting for the day of signing. At any point before the final day, someone can come in and outbid you, even when you think there's no chance the deal could fall through. Then on the rental side, in Ireland, rentals are fought for fiercely, and shortly after one opens up, there can be 50 people in line for the place. So at the end of the day, it can be very hard to go to Ireland. If you're finding this reality check valuable, do me a huge favor and hit the like button. It tells the algorithm you want more honest content like this and really helps out the channel. For anyone looking to travel abroad, for all our trips, we trust Discover Cars to book rental cars. We consistently save as much as 70% on our bookings and insurance. You can support our channel and save money by using our affiliate link, which is found in the description of all our videos. Now, back to the list. With number 2, we have our friendly neighbor to the north, Canada. The American dream of retiring to Canada is usually built on a foundation of comforting assumptions. It's close to home, they speak English, the cities are clean and safe, and they have universal healthcare. It feels like America, but calmer. Surely moving there for your golden years would be a simple, straightforward process. Well, Americans love to talk about moving to Canada, or at least threaten it. Somehow, they aren't aware that they can't go. Here's the harsh reality. Canada does not have a retirement visa. Let me repeat that because it shocks most people. There is no dedicated immigration pathway for an American citizen to just simply pack up and retire in Canada. You can't just show up and show your 401k and a US passport and expect to stay. So, what are your options? They're limited. The most talked about route is the super visa, but it comes with a huge catch. It's only available if you have a child or a grandchild who is a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident. And that child has to agree to financially sponsor you and meet a minimum income threshold to prove that they can support you. If you don't have those direct family ties, your only real option is to visit as a tourist, which you can stay up to 6 months at a time. You can't access their healthcare, and you have zero permanent status. The idea of a simple, welcoming retirement in Canada is a complete fantasy for the vast majority of Americans. And the number one country that embodies the retirement lie Americans keep falling for is Norway. The dream of Norway represents absolute pinnacle of quality of life. It's a vision of majestic fjords, the northern lights, pristine nature, and a society that consistently ranks as one of the happiest and healthiest on Earth. It's safe, it's stable, and its social safety net is legendary. For an American retiree looking for the ultimate upgrade, Norway seems like the final boss of retirement goals. The reality? Norway is a fortress. For an American retiree, it's pretty much a closed door. Just like Canada, Norway offers absolutely no retirement visa or permit. The idea that you can move there based on your savings or pension is a fantasy. The only way to gain long-term residence as a non-EU citizen is typically through skilled work or close family ties. To even be considered for a permanent residency, you generally need to have already lived and worked in the country for years, prove you have a certain level of income, and, this is the big one, you must prove you are proficient in Norwegian by passing official tests. So think about that. You can't retire there unless you essentially unretire, find a skilled job in Norway, move, work for several years, and learn a notoriously difficult language. For the average American planning their golden years, this just, it isn't just a hurdle, it's a complete non-starter. Norway isn't a difficult place to retire. For most Americans, it's an impossible one. It is the ultimate retirement lie, a paradise you aren't allowed to enter. So, to recap, Italy with its crushing bureaucracy, Portugal with its sudden and devastating tax changes, citizenship changes, and rising house costs, Ireland with a lack of available housing, and Canada and Norway, two dream destinations that don't even have a path for you to retire there. The retirement lie isn't that these places aren't beautiful. The lie is that the dream sold in magazines isn't the same as reality. The truth is, retiring abroad successfully takes more than just a passport and a pension. It takes deep research into visa laws, tax codes, and real-time social climate of the countries. That's why we created it'llbefunretirement.com. On our website, you can sign up for our free newsletter for regular insights. You can also join our monthly Move Abroad Roadmap online meetup to learn from experts and others on the same journey as you. And if you need personalized advice, you can book a one-on-one meetup with us to ask questions and get ideas for your own retirement plan. So what do you think? Are there any countries you add to this list? Have you had your own experience with the retirement dream turning into a bit of a nightmare? Let us know in the comments below. Your story could save someone else from making a costly mistake. And don't forget to subscribe for more honest looks at what it really means to live and retire abroad.